Yo, 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 what's going on? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Cut Different TV. I'm your host, Sebastian Ryder. Don't forget the Van Gogh. And go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe before we even get into this episode. This is a very monumental episode for Cut Different TV because we got our first group in the building. Yes, we do groups and individual artists. So, you know what I'm saying? If you interested in generating content, tap in. You never know what we could do. But without further ado, we got my dogs, Underrated Evolution, in the building.
Yes, sir. What's up, y'all? Appreciate you for having us.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I appreciate y'all joining us. So where y'all coming from today?
I'm coming from Harlem. Yeah.
Okay.
Harlem.
Queens.
I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago, so I met them out here.
Okay. Where you at now?
I stay mostly in the city with them.
Okay.
Also, I'm still in college up in Buffalo, so I stay up there. Go back
Word
and
up.
forth.
Word up.
Things happen,
Them Buffaloes. So while we doing the intros in the city, so we got Harlem, Queens, Trinidad in the building. Y'all want to introduce yourselves individually?
Yeah, so my name is Chief Jeef, hailing from Ghana, but, I stay in Harlem, New York. Yeah.
I'm JV Jordan. Originally from Brooklyn. I live in Queens now. A family from St. Vincent, Trinidad and Tobago. So,
Yo, I'm Trinidad. Originally from Trinidad and Tobago, as I said. Now stay out, in Buffalo right now. I'll be back and forth in the city also.
Word up, man. Word up. Well, it's a pleasure to have y'all on. And y'all got a hot project right now. You know what I'm saying? We getting into the fall, but summer's still not over. So, you know what I'm saying? A couple things that I want to talk to y'all about is one, the group dynamic. And we'll get into that. But also talk about the creative process operating in a group. You know what I'm saying? Each of y'all also being artists and then coming together and creating this dynamic. So talk a little bit about that creative process and what led to this project.
Well, for me, I think it's the fact that these guys, it's a brotherhood, first things first, because we was all friends before we even thought of making this a group thing. So, just, having that mutual respect for one another, and then hearing each other's individual, thought processes and opinions on how things should go, and, just in life in general, helps us, create our sound.
Yeah. Yeah, because, we do a lot of stuff together. And, naturally over time, just making music, we tend to, bounce off each other ideas and vibes. And during the summer, we be moving around doing a lot of stuff. And the creativity really does from experiences. And, experiences between us and experiences with other people and trying to,
Yeah.
inflict that, that kind of vibe.
I ain't even recognize you when you came in because you had dreads last time I saw. My man done cut his dreads off.
Yeah, bro, different stage, a different journey, It's been 6 years since I was going for 6 years, bro. So that was a big decision, but everything have his stage, everything has its time, Just make it a better one now.
Word up. Word up, man.
I think it's just these is my brothers for real. So it's just it's just fun. You know what I'm saying? We like to have fun when we working. But as far as the creative process, every one of us, we actually have a unique ability about us that once we get into the booth or once we get into that creative space, it's Tron might have something special on the track that I know I can't do. Jeef the same, and they already know when it comes to the vocals, I kind of showcase that side of myself too. So it's as far as the dynamic, it's a nice blend type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's we can't go wrong either way.
Word up. I love to hear it. And so this project in particular, one, what made y'all want to do a project, you know what I'm saying, and call it Summer's Not Over? And then also, what was that process operating in the studio together, creating that project?
Man, so I ain't gonna lie, Summer Not Over, it just really came from, the fact that we had, a lot of songs that we were sitting on, a lot of heavy songs, summery type of vibe songs, you know what I'm saying? And it came to a point where we was why are we really holding on to these songs? And the fact that, summer really was not over at the time. Obviously, it's going now, but Summer Not Over was really just to say, yo, summer's really not over. We still got all these records. It's time to give y'all these records. We still holding out for what, you know what I'm saying? And, we blessed to the community with, you know, a good 7 songs on the show. On the show, you know what I'm saying?
And on top of that, it's like whenever we drop something, it's gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? Like we put a lot of time and effort into everything that we do. So it's not just, oh, here's a throwaway track or here's something that, you know, you just throw out there for people to listen to. Like every song we work meticulously on. Like we could tell you how many hours we take a sentence just to get it right. You know what I'm saying? We don't waste any like space on a track. Yeah. So all those tracks, it was created over 2 years, you know? Yeah. Like some of them, the only song I would say was the most recent song that we made was the second track, Shake It. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of the other songs, like we literally lived all together, you know, while we were up at school. We all went to the same college. So, you know, we've spent a lot of time together, a lot of time in the booth, just working. And then we was just like, yo, it's time to, you know, let them know something not over. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, yeah.
I think the I was going to touch on that, like the songs that come from years ago. So it's like we wanted to give a project that gave an all-around feel, and some people told us that too. They got like an all-around of what we can do from a full spectrum. Yeah. And the concept of Summer Over is that, you know, even, you know, when the summertime going, you could still vibe to this. You could still, you know, bring that energy. You know, even when it get colder, you know, still, you know, but that brings to our next thing of like, you know, also we have some songs that we choose the best from these and give like a high quality project of like what we and doing that, like, because it's like 2 years apart, it's like you get music from different times, different perspective, we may have a different mindset at time, a different creative pocket. So it's like it give a kind of versatile set of music.
Yeah, and I like that too, because like you're creating music and you're putting out music that you have been creating for such a long time. And I think that name, Summer's Not Over, right? Like depending on where it is in the year, somebody might be like, oh, well, this is just for the summer. But if you think about it, like it could be winter, it could be whatever. If somebody's trying to get in that vibe, they want some timeless music that makes them remember, like, shit, it's winter, it's whatever, it's spring. And then when it's during summer, you outside, you listening to it, and that's what it was designed for, right? So I rock with that. And like, so when's the last time y'all got in a disagreement, man? Like what do y'all be getting in disagreements about? And who be winning? Who be winning the disagreement?
Let me see. I mean, disagreeing more so, I would say we come to a decision, you know, all together. But disagreements, I would say,
it's rare. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's rare. We probably disagree over the smallest thing. Like, what shirt we gonna wear today? You know what I'm saying?
Like
it be small stuff.
Something small.
But as like you disagree with your brother all the time. Like
for sure.
Love stuff.
Y'all ever threw hands or not?
Nah. We come close to, but before, you know what I'm saying? Not yet. But I don't think it's gonna come to that. You know, if it ever come to that, then you know you're gonna have to seriously consider like, yo, what's going on? Like outside of music, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you good, bro? Because for us to throw hands is crazy. But yeah, it'll be something like, oh, like we out to this event or are we gonna do this? Like something small like that. Shit. Yeah, it's something small. It's not nothing like, oh. Nah, you know what? I'll say some songs that we be thinking like, oh, should we not put this out or should we put this out? That's what we be disagreeing on. Like decisions like that. Cause I'll be like, oh, it's too fire for y'all not to. It don't matter who's not on it. Like put it out. You know what I'm saying? Like put that out. Like,
I would say like we trust each other a lot as far as like, especially like the creative, because like say for example, if Jeeve did a verse and I thought that his verse, you know, wasn't good or whatever, we trust each other to say like, yo, like I think you could go harder on that. You know what I'm saying? Trying the same way. I feel like he could go harder or he could like change up his flow or whatever. Same thing for me too, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
I think as you say, that's something important for a group now. Like
that's true.
Like all of us can be yes people. Like, exactly. We gotta be able to be real with each other, because that's the only way we're gonna grow. Like anybody who wanna be in a group, bro, you have to be able to be truthful. But not only you have to be able to be truthful, you have to also be able to take that advice and use it in a productive way. You understand? Because we all trying to grow, we all trying to get better, but you know, you have to have that relationship and that maturity to talk to each other in a way that,
Yeah.
you know, could build them up.
Yeah, and I think there's something to be said for that too, because in the Magic Ladder of Success, it talks about, you know what I'm saying, working within a mastermind and like having all these groups like Edison and Franklin and all these people that work together to create these big ideas. It's like, it's really hard to go at things alone. So that's the benefit of a group, I feel, is that, hey, like if one of y'all is having a rough day, then it's like you got two other brothers that's going to pick you up and be like, yo, nah, like I know you feeling away, so how can we all come together and grow? And I feel like a lot of the times when groups like fall out or like people separate or whatever, a lot of the times it's ego, and a lot of times it's people not being able to take that feedback and grow. So I feel that. I can tell, like, just being around y'all shooting now and then also before shooting, it's like they were sitting in the back together just chopping it up, like going over like what we gonna do. So I rock with it. I feel the authenticity. And so like I saw y'all perform at several events, like major stage recently, but talk about that dynamic of performing together. And y'all have really good crowd engagement. I noticed that about y'all performing. Like, how much time goes into practicing? Like, who's gonna say this? Who's gonna say that? When are we gonna do it together? Like, how do y'all balance all that?
All right, so usually I'm more so like outgoing, like when it comes to strangers and everybody, because I don't know, I talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? If I'm comfortable, I'll talk. So when we're in front of crowds, my main thing is like, you're on stage. You wouldn't be on stage if you didn't deserve to be on stage. You know what I'm saying? So just feel comfortable with the people that's there. Even if because most of the times we're performing, not too many people really know us in particular as a group, or they're familiar with us yet. So once we get on stage, we know we got to give them a good impression. So when we're practicing, we practice how we're going to engage with the crowd, interact with them. At certain points, like JV, I'll give JV credit to this. He always gonna find a shorty in the crowd to sing to. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna pick her and he gonna connect with her, and then it's gonna get everybody else. Because all you need is one person, and then the rest is gonna follow. You know what I'm saying? So we pick out points and which songs we're gonna do like that, and then just the synergy of us being like together. We know when to jump in on a track, like to harmonize, make it sound way better than if it's just one of us singing it. And then sometimes, it'll be points where if one of us, we could feel like, oh, this is about to happen, like, oh, my voice is a little, sore or something like that, then the other two could pick up.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it goes all into just being around each other. Like, we're practicing every day, literally. You know what I'm saying? Just being around each other. Because we will sing, we would just chop it up. Like you said, we in the back chopping it up, just practicing just now. You know what I'm saying? It'll just be like that. Like, just vibing, and then we end up practicing. So every day, how we interact with each other is us practicing.
Word up.
Yeah. It's like, before shows, we try to, as much times as possible. And, a lot of our shows, we had stuff to do during the day, so most of our practices was like late night till like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Sometimes you're tired, like eyes red, but you're just trying to make sure everything perfected. And at the start, when we just started to perform and stuff, like I think we used to overkill in terms of like, we used to be always trying to jump each other parts. Sometimes we talking over each other, and we realized like importance in space and giving each person the chance to really use their voice and knowing when to come in. Now, you don't always have to be in it, like, more is not always better, so you're just knowing. And as we started to perform more, we started to get naturally, like, and we started to pick up like where somebody maybe slacking, when to come in and pick up for them, when to come in to, harmonize or back their vocals. It just become more natural as we continue doing it.
Word.
And I ain't gonna lie, like shout out our team, shout out Kof, shout out, the rest of the members. It's been long nights, that, we was, and shout out, I'm gonna shout out Damien University, because we like held down the space that we used to actually have a whole stage. We used to take the mics and actually like perform like we was in front of a crowd and stuff like. But it's been long nights where we would just go over the performance multiple times. And Kof don't like to take the credit, but like he fake like our coach, like showing us like, yo, like y'all need to do this and that. You know, kind of like directing us in certain ways too. So like shout out. We want to show love to our team for real.
Word up. Shout out the team, man. Shout out the team. Shout out Kof in the building too. Shout out Vic Cheddar on the boards too, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so a couple things I wanted to talk to y'all about, man. So like operating in the group, y'all just kind of discussed the dynamic, which I think is fire. And like any groups watching this or aspiring groups can learn and listen to that. Y'all have memorable performances, obviously. Y'all have performed a bunch of times. What is the most like memorable performance from a positive standpoint? And what is the most memorable performance where you're like, damn, like we got some shit to work on? Like, what is the high and what is the low performance?
Nah, you go first.
Now, for sure, the high end would be a show we did, our second show in Canada. As well, the Afro Festival. It was like, because it was like we was new there too, like people didn't really know us like that. You know, they gave us a chance on the stage. They gave us a late time too to come on. So, you know, we practice a lot though. We practice, make sure we prepared. And we didn't know what to expect, but we knew we was going to put on a good show. Just going out there, as soon as we walk out, people start screaming. "Ah!" I was like, oh,
That's fine.
The lights already came down, okay, get dark. I was like, yo, people start screaming. So our energy already up, we hyped up.
Yeah.
We sang the first song, you know. And bro, that was just like throughout the whole performance, they just give us energy, bro. Like it didn't drop. Like, you know, we did, you know, call, like, for them to follow us. They did everything, bro. Call and response, you know. And they was locked in with us, bro. It's like, yeah, bro. It felt amazing.
Word. Y'all agree on that? That's the best show?
For sure. That
Okay, word.
The best show. Because we actually performed Vacay, which is a song on Summer Not Over. Yeah, it's on the project. And no one heard that song but that crowd at that time. And by the halfway through that, they were singing the song with us, you know, at least the chorus. And I was like, nah, that's love. Like, and it's thousands of people out there. So you just look at it. Yeah, they had our flags. They waving it. The girls
That's
screaming.
lit.
Yeah.
That's lit.
So it's like, yo, you really got that type of power when you on stage.
Yeah.
And people are really comfortable with you, you know. So it just showed us like what we're capable of, you know. So I would say that was a high.
Word.
Damn.
And
low
JV
point?
gonna say the low point.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
So it's a couple, but I want to see what y'all got to say about this. I ain't gonna
All right, go ahead.
So it's one performance. Yeah, and no shame to, you know, the organizer that do it.
Right.
So there was one performance, Ride Out or Drive Out. That was
Ride Out to Drive Out.
Ride Out Philly, right?
That's in Philly.
Okay, yeah. So
Philly.
that was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, we was waiting, like, so we got out there early. We did a whole sound check or whatever. They told us like, yeah, we had to come back for the actual performance. Mind you, it was like a whole lineup. I think they had
They had Black Rhino.
Black Rhino was there. Her Celebrity.
Celebrity.
Yeah.
And I think it was a couple, like 2 other artists. We can't remember though.
Yeah.
Right.
But that was the big artist.
Yeah, man.
Jamaican artist.
Long story short, bro, like 2 hours go by. We still waiting, mind you, because it was raining actually. So the rain kind of like caused like the whole delay. But like 2 hours go by, we wondering like what's going on. Like we not going on stage.
Yeah, nobody communicated.
Nobody communicating nothing. And, you know, we ended up like 12, 1, 2 in the morning?
Yeah, 2 a.m.
Like some crazy shit. 2 a.m. we end up going on stage. And mind you, the stage is like probably
Yeah, it's probably
nothing
like
crazier than
this couch. Like low key, it was like the size of this couch. I ain't gonna lie.
Damn.
Yeah, it was small.
and we got on there.
So y'all in a phone booth.
Phone booth,
Yeah,
for real.
literally. We in the
Did
phone
people, were there still people there like listening to y'all at that point? Or
Yeah,
did
it
a
was
bunch of people leave?
there. It was people there, but they had umbrellas because it was an outside event too.
Yeah,
so
that shit was
people
crazy.
still came.
But you couldn't really interact with them
Couldn't
like that.
interact with
Couldn't
them.
do nothing with them. So, and literally, I ain't going even front. Like the set, it was supposed to be like a good
15
20
minutes,
yeah,
20,
like
15 minutes.
15, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't even going no longer than 5. Yeah,
Literally.
Jank just
See, I just did like one and a half,
Yeah,
like
one
two.
and a half
one and a half.
Yeah, I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Mind you, we talking to the crowd, they they looking at us crazy.
They looking
So
at
we
us
just-
crazy.
So you just like, you know what?
Packed up.
So that was one of them. I think the other one I was gonna say was the ATL joint
Yeah,
in the
that
club.
one.
That shit
performed in
was
the club.
crazy.
That one was.
And I blame the DJ. Yo, I don't know who the DJ is, but I blame the DJ because what he did with our track, I don't know. The DJ, like, he sped the whole shit up. So it's like, we was basically
pitched up.
performing.
He pitched it up,
He
too.
pitched it up. So like all the songs we was doing, we was basically performing it like faster and like in a higher like pitch, which was crazy. And mind you, it's like a small type of setting. So it was just like, yo, like,
It fucked with like y'all have like a way that you like to do things, and so they because of that change, it's like, damn, we can't even perform the way that we want to perform.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I
we in
feel
the
it.
new area too, so it's like we just looking at everybody looking at us.
Like, yeah, and you in the A too, like they used to that. Like every weekend, another artist coming on.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was just wild though. It was a good time there, but it was a wild experience. I ain't gonna lie.
We had some bad performances. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Really?
It's all about reps though.
Yeah,
Like if it wasn't for those bad performances, we would not be where we are today, and we're still getting better. I ain't gonna lie. So I don't know if y'all could think of any other.
Like off the top, I'm trying to think.
The park shit.
Yeah, I was thinking of. I thought you was gonna say that initially. It was one. I think it was our very first performance. It was in like Brooklyn. It was at this park. I don't even know where the park was, but the speakers, yeah, everything about that performance was just crazy. Like we were literally in the public performing, so like people was playing basketball in the playground.
Oh,
behind us.
shit.
And it was like it was really
Yeah.
like it was some. I don't want to use the term, but it was ghetto, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it was ghetto
Yeah.
as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Like people walking through, like literally people walking through while we performing.
Crazy.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's like so it was kind of like an open mic in the middle of the joint.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
it
we was
an
the
event.
headliner. It was
Yeah,
an
it wasn't a
event.
whole event.
But it was a public space, like it was in a public park. So you had, New York, like we had.
People don't, people don't give a shit.
Nobody cared about what you
Yeah,
doing.
they dropping coins in the bucket and shit. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I
yeah,
think the beauty in that performance though is really because we had
Yeah,
like,
mad
all of our
support,
family
though.
come out, like support, and even like our performance in itself, like it was still good. Like we still had like the whole crowd that was at the park, like actually enjoying the performance. So like shout out to that organization, bro. They really, even though like it wasn't like the best, you know what I'm saying? We still
You
made it work.
work. Yeah.
word.
Facts.
Feel that. So what's in the works for y'all?
So right now,
Or before we get into that, I'm sorry, because we'll finish off with that. But like, how did y'all get into music? Period. Like, I want to know how y'all. You talked about how y'all lived together in college. So you were like, all right, cool. You started vibing, and then you became a group. But going into that, like, what's the origin story?
you could start because you got the most concrete story.
Nah, I think shit. If we really want to take it back, how did we meet? We met at Damien University, back in like 2017. Jeef and I first met him just on campus, just hooping. Like we used to play ball together and stuff like that. So
Orientation day.
right, we ended up really connecting off of like just being producers at first. Jifa, he used to like produce heavy, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
He still do. That's how I met him. In the dorm room, Canada, we used to just chop it up, make beats on the laptop and shit. And then we ended up making like a whole platform, Wildcat Media Entertainment, which now is like one of the biggest platforms. Well, the student-driven center on Damon's University for just everything like content related. And now, when fast forward, Tron coming in the mix in 2019, we meet Tron. Man, meeting Tron was like,
I got my own story.
I ain't gonna lie, like I'll let you take it from there. I ain't gonna lie.
So he really connected with JV initially, right? Because he was talking to JV. He wanted to get in the store and whatnot. But I was like, I didn't really know him. Like we got introduced through mutual friends, whatever, right? But he was like, oh, one day he needed to get into the stool, And I was like, sure. And mind you, Tron is from Trinidad. Like he's dog brunt. Like he's from Trinidad, so his accent is thick.
Yeah.
So I'm only catching like 2-3 words every sentence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So every time he says something, I'm just like, yeah, word. Like that was my response. So then we get to the stool, whatever, and he like, yeah, I want to pick this beat. Da, 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 da. So fast forward, I'm loading it up on the computer or whatnot, and bro just starts spitting.
But tell them what type of beat it was, though. Like,
Yeah, it was like, yeah, it was like some.
it was Logic or something.
It was some Logic. Yeah, it was on Logic, but it was like some.
The
Yeah,
baby
it was
type
like the
Logic
baby
type of
type beat. So it wasn't even nothing that we doing now, right? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because we could do all them other type of styles or whatever. So it's not like we just one trick pony. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying? We could do all the styles. But yo, when I tell y'all he was spitting, like he sounded like Eminem. Like he was like
Crazy. Hopping and giving up, running like
and I was like understanding every word. That was what was cooking me. I'm like, yo, he's saying all these words crisp, clear, and it was on point with the beat.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, bro, how long you been rapping? He's like, I only caught 1 year. I'm like, wait, say it again? Because his accent came back. I don't know where it went and came back, but it came back. He was like, oh, I've been rapping for like a year maybe. And I'm like, yo, bro, like, how? Like, I'm like, yo, how you this good? And he's like, I don't know. I just try it and I do it every day. And so from that, I think,
COVID.
yeah, COVID started. It was like 2019 when I was interacting with him. And then like,
2020 hit.
yeah, 2020 hit, wrapped everything up, so everybody went away. And we was just in the studio most of the time. That's where we were spending all our time together. And honestly, I don't know. I always had ideas of like, because obviously the producing, so I was always like thinking, how would an artist sound on my beat? You know what I'm saying? So I would just think of like, oh, well, they would say this. You know what I'm saying? The typical, like rap about money or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would just fill it in for myself. But then when I heard him saying stuff, I'm like, yo, you could say this a little better, like say it like that. And then they pressured me into becoming an artist, so now I'm an artist. So it's job.
Nah, bro, because I was like, bro, no, but to start, bro, to get concert, bro,
Yeah.
I never saw myself doing music, bro.
Yeah, facts. I
Begin with,
ain't
bro.
see that either.
I always saw myself playing soccer. That's what I started with. That was my goal first. So that's how I end up out here. You know, play soccer my whole life. I'm going to go to get, you know, a scholarship. I got a scholarship to come college out here. And I played soccer in college. And that's how I end up coming to Damon first and foremost and meeting them. So I wrote my first song probably like 2018. Then I stopped. I wrote a few songs. Then I stopped until like 2019 summer, or before I transferred to Damon, because I was at the other college before in Alabama. So I transferred now, and I was at a basketball game. I wasn't really talking to nobody, because I just came to the school now. So I was chilling. I don't want to say a chill fella, I be chilling. I had like a basketball competition, and JV came. He was like, yo, bro, what's your name? Whoever. We have a studio. I was like, oh, I now thinking about starting my writing. That summer before I started writing music, like I was staying by my family in Brooklyn. I was just writing music and training for soccer, trying to get to our next college, transfer and stuff. So now he's saying that now it's like, yo, I just started to think about doing that now. So like it just fell in place. So that's how I end up, you know, I was supposed to go with GV and end up recording with Jeef. And, you know, eventually when I recording, and I was recording music with them, JV be like, bro, you should, because he be giving me pointers how to sing, how to rap. He's like, bro, you should sing it this way, hitting the notes perfectly, bro. I was like, after a while, I was like, bro,
You hit it.
why you don't do that shit, bro? Like, he gave me pointers. Nino, he have all the knowledge, bro. He's singing his stuff properly, bro, like on point. I was like, bro, why don't just make music, bro? Like, what are you really doing?
Yeah.
Like, you understand?
So it happened organically.
Yeah.
But
So I was like,
it's just funny because when he asks you a question, like if he making you feel stupid, because you like, why didn't I do that? You know what I'm saying? So he like, yo, why don't you just hop on the song with me? And I think what plays a part in it is like, you don't know your talents unless you explore it. You know what I'm saying? So like me and JB from the city, so it's like we naturally around music all the time. You know what I'm saying? You could be asleep and somebody's gonna blare music no matter what at full volume. So it don't matter what time of day. So you're always accustomed to hearing sounds, hearing pockets, hearing different like rhyme schemes and all that stuff. So that plays a part into it too, where we from. But actually implementing it, like getting a job for it, I would say they inspired me because I'll be in the studio just sitting back, like I'll just look at them. Like he said, he hitting those crazy notes that I'm not even going to sit here and like I can't hit them notes, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he over here singing his heart out, and Tron got the right question. You do it, like why are you not doing it? And eventually, we started doing it, and then we was exploring just different like beats and production, and
So I
sounds.
made the song with Tron first. I think we gotta talk about that because that's a pivotal part. I think.
Yeah,
So,
facts.
just locked in the studio. This was like 2020.
Yeah, facts.
We couldn't do nothing. We were stuck on campus, just locked in the studio all day. Mind you, I'm still producing beats. So
But I think this was before COVID.
this was before COVID hit.
This was before.
This was right before. Yeah. Because that's when Backyard came out, right? Man. So I had played a couple beats for Tron, and mind you, knowing him being from Trinidad, I'm like, yo, let's like get a Caribbean vibe happening. So I played you a couple of beats. I think it was the Backyard rhythm that we started. And then once he heard that, he laid down his hook. And I was like, yo, Tron, I think that's the one. And then we just, we actually did release that record. That was our first kind of release. I produced it. Tron was on the song. And, ever since we put that out, I think that's when we was like, we could probably really make like this music shit work. And mind you, but this was really before like Underrated Evolution kind of came into play. That kind of came into play a little after COVID, when we was just again locked in the studio and just making songs after songs after songs, exploring our sound, and just having fun.
Yeah, and shout out everybody that was there with us because low key, like the decision to make it a group, because we was all just about to be like, oh, we going solo and we just gonna be around each other. You know what I'm saying?
Just collaborate.
Yeah, collaborate. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But people around us, still, like, it was still some students, some faculty there. And we would just always play our stuff for them. And to my surprise, because I was always just doubtful, because I'm new to this, so I was just feeling like an imposter, you know what I'm saying? They were somewhat familiar from what I heard. So I was like, okay, like, they gonna be Gucci. But when they was here, they like, yo, like, y'all sound great together. And we like, word? And they like, yeah, like, these songs are fire, da-da-da-da. And then next thing we know, we like, oh, shoot, like, we can make this work. Like, if this is working here, like, we can make it work anywhere, you know? So we were like, yo, we already mans, so it's like, it don't make sense to be like, oh, we gonna do this solo, and if you don't work out, then that's just on you. Like, you might as well just do it together.
For sure.
Yeah, and we already had 9 songs together, so it was like, make it a group.
Word.
And after that, everything just started rolling from there.
So then it was Underrated Evolution, and then now 2023, you know what I'm saying? Shows under your belt, projects out, you know what I'm saying? Experience working together, kind of creating that like symbiotic relationship. Yep. And then what's in the cards for y'all moving forward?
So we're looking to do a couple more shows. We in the works with a couple venues to get those lined up, get the ticketing situations figured out. Some more interviews.
Lots of content.
A lot of content on the way. We just finished performing upstate last week, so we still rolling out that content recap video from there. Some behind the scenes for videos from everything that we was just doing from this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like being here. Obviously, this is gonna have to come out.
For sure. Cut different exclusive.
Yeah, very cut different. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Cut Different. But yeah, and then more music, more video. Oh yeah, music videos, because people waiting on some music videos from us. So I think we're gonna be focusing on a couple.
Tell them about how we asked our fans.
Yeah, so we actually DM'd like literally every person that follows us, on our page, like to give us their opinion on which 3 songs they would want a music video on, and then we just tallied up everybody responses, and then that's how we figured out like, all right, people wanted this. I think it was Party, Shake It, and Tiana. Yeah. So obviously we're gonna do Party and Shake It, perform here actually, and those are the songs that people like the most, that they want to see a visual for. So we're gonna put something in the works for those too.
Word up. Word
You see a
up.
lot of people doing that, huh? DML.
Hell no, like, cause it's community engagement, and like
Yeah, for sure.
a lot of these artists too, like, you know what I'm saying, no shade, you feel me? Because there's something to be said for like mystique and, you know, trying to, you know, separate and have kind of like star power in that sense. So, but I feel like a lot of artists think they're too cool to like reach out to their fan base and be like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? What's good? What do y'all think about this? I think part of it is, you know, if they don't fuck with it at all and they tell you, you might feel away. If they do support it, then it's like, oh, okay, well, they like this one, but then another, you know, sometimes I feel like it might be paralysis by analysis, but I think that you guys do a really good job of collaborating together and using that brain power and creativity to tap in. And the way that you perform, too, it speaks in that. Like, y'all don't just walk on stage and just put some sunglasses on and be like, oh, nah, like, y'all, like, talking to the people in the crowd, like, so I think that's on brand, and I hope that you know what you generate here and what we do moving forward like adds value to that journey for sure.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely. Where can they find y'all at individually and as a group?
All right, so you can find me at Chief Jeef. That's ChiefDZIF. Yes, when you saying G, it's D and Z. All right, that's my name. So, and then obviously at UEvolution _ everywhere, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere. You know.
You can find me at J.V_Jordan, Instagram, TikTok, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, you can find me at Trondada, TRONDADA, on all platforms, Instagram. Anyway.
And then to stream our music is Underrated Evolution.
Yeah.
Underrated Evolution.
Not for long, man.
Yeah.
Not underrated for long.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Sure.
Word up, man. But so y'all know where to find them at, man. And also, man, before y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. Tap in, subscribe to the channel. We got plenty of dope content, plenty more dope artists like UE coming in here. If you want to share it with your friends, go ahead and do that as well. We never gonna tell you not to do that. Comment down below. You know what I'm saying? And we might have UE back on, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Cut Different.
Shout out Cut Different.
You know the vibe, man.
It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. Likewise, man. And you know, without further ado, I go by the name of Sebastian Ryder, and I'm here with
Underrated Evolution.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Cut Different TV. We'll see y'all soon.
See y'all.
See ya.
Peace.